Today I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of doing a tutorial which shows you how to make individual circuits, I'm going to do a project. In this case, I'm going to show you how to make a hidden door in the side of a pyramid. My projects are actually going to make use of my tutorials, so I'm going to show you how to chain some stuff together and make some pretty cool things. Let's get started. For today's project, you're going to need to use an XOR gate as well as some AND and NAND gates. If you would like to review either of these circuits, please click on the corresponding picture to see a tutorial. Here's a view of all of the circuitry involved. I've raised everything up by 3 blocks so that it's on the surface and easier to see. I'll show you what it looks like underground later on. If all of this circuitry seems a little daunting, please don't worry. I'm going to split the circuitry into 4 main parts and go over each one individually. All of this circuitry is there to control the 6 pistons on the left side of the screen. I'll start by taking a closer look at the pistons and how they work. The group of 4 pistons in the center are in charge of raising and lowering the sandstone when the door opens and closes. The 2 pistons on the sides are in charge of pulling the back row of sandstone to the side. Okay, let's watch that one more time, except I'm going to slow things down. Presently, the door would be closed. When it opens, you'll see that the center pistons have to go first. They have to go quickly, while the side pistons have to go last, or slowly. Now, when we close the door, the opposite has to happen. The side pistons have to go first, or quickly, while the center pistons have to go last, or slowly. This is all handled by the use of AND and NAND gates, which I will go over in more detail a little later. Like I said earlier, I'm going to split the circuitry into its 4 main parts. The first part is the XOR gate. It's used to allow you to control the device with 2 levers. If you want more details on how that works, check my XOR gate tutorial. For the second part, we're going to look at the center pistons and the circuitry that controls them. Earlier in the video, I showed you that the central pistons have to power off quickly and then power on slowly. If you've seen my AND and NAND gate tutorial, you might think that an AND gate would work perfectly in this situation. However, because I'm powering the pistons with redstone torches, we actually have to do the opposite. So we're going to use a NAND gate which will power off the redstone torches slowly and power them on quickly. This will actually have the opposite effect for the pistons. It will make them power off quickly and power on slowly. Parts 3 and 4 consist of the side pistons and the circuitry that controls them. The side pistons have to power off slowly and power on quickly. You might want to use a NAND gate for that. However, just like the center pistons, which were reversed because they're being powered by redstone torches, the side pistons also have to be reversed because they're also being powered by redstone torches. So instead of using NAND gate, we're going to use AND gates. The AND gates allow the redstone torches to power off quickly and power on slowly, and that in turn allows the pistons to power off slowly and power on quickly. Here we have the completed circuitry once more. I just wanted to go over a couple of things quickly. You'll notice there's two lowered sections. Those are inverters. I'm using those because the side piston circuitry has to have its power inverted. What that means is when the center piston circuitry is powered on, the side piston circuitry has to be powered off, and vice versa. Now, if you're having problems getting this setup working, you might want to start playing with the delays for the side pistons and the center pistons. You do that by adjusting the redstone repeaters here and here. Now let's have a look at the circuitry once it's been lowered into the ground. The only difference between this circuitry and the previous circuitry is that it's 3 blocks lower, and I rerouted one of the levers so that it's in front of the door. And now I'm going to cover the huge hole. Now most of the space in this hole can actually be filled in. However, if you're not too familiar with electronics, you might want to just cover the hole and not try and fill it in, because you can actually break the circuits if you put blocks in the wrong places. And finally, I'm going to add some of the pyramid wall. With the circuitry covered, you now have a hidden pyramid door which is controlled by pistons. If you enjoyed this project and would like to see more in the future, why not subscribe to my channel? That way you'll be notified of any future updates. I'm always looking for constructive feedback, so please leave your suggestions in the comment section. Because of the YouTube ads, I hadn't planned on having any other advertising on my videos. However, given what happened to me over Christmas, I felt I had to mention the BackBlaze online service. My hard drives failed over Christmas vacation, and had it not been for BackBlaze, I would have lost 40 gigs worth of source material for my YouTube videos and over 6 months worth of work. The service has a 2-week free trial and lets you back up an unlimited amount of data in real time for only $5 a month. I'd highly recommend it. It's a lifesaver if your system crashes.